think it's gonna be bigger. Even the Mayweather fight is gonna be bigger than that.
You think it does more pay-per-view buys than the Mayweather fight?
Yeah, I think so.
Canelo Alvarez has made headlines with shocking new claims, stirring up controversy in the boxing world and leaving fans and critics debating his next steps. Canelo recently asserted that the significance and impact of his forthcoming fight with Terence Crawford will surpass his 2013 showdown against Floyd Mayweather. Following the fighters' agreement to a highly awaited bout set for September 13, 2025, in Las Vegas, this statement was made as Crawford, who is going up 2 weight classes for the fight, will face Alvarez, who is defending his super middleweight belts.
I think it's gonna be bigger. Even the Mayweather fight is gonna be bigger than that.
You think it does more pay-per-view buys than the Mayweather fight?
Yeah, I think so.
Initially, Canelo Alvarez was hesitant about facing Terence Crawford, questioning the merit of fighting a smaller opponent. However, he has since acknowledged the public's interest and the significance of such a matchup. In a recent interview, Canelo expressed his belief that a fight with Crawford would be one of the biggest fights in the history of boxing.
It's always is a chance there, right? We'll see, but always is a chance there, and we're here to make the best deals, and always a chance.
He also talked about his rematch with another fellow boxer in the upcoming days. He highlighted the focus and the upcoming results regarding it as a good fight and acknowledged both fighters' abilities.
I think it's gonna be another good fight. It's gonna be another good fight. Both fighters are good fighters, so I think both have a chance to win. Like the previous one was a really good fight.
Terence Crawford has also been vocal about his desire to face Canelo Alvarez. Upon learning of Canelo's agreement to the fight, Crawford expressed his enthusiasm and confidence, stating his intention to shock the world in the upcoming bout. He also invited Canelo to fight him in his recent statements.
Yo, Turkey, tell the fans what we doing next.
We want financials.
Tell them we going for Canelo next.
Yes. Let's go. Canelo, come on.
You heard it from him.
We are ready.
Just put me in the game, coach. Just put me in the game. Canelo Crawford, the biggest fight in boxing. Get ready for the main event, y'all.
Canelo Alvarez's assertion that his upcoming fight with Terence Crawford will surpass his 2013 bout against Floyd Mayweather in significance has elicited varied reactions from the boxing community. Mike Tyson has voiced doubts about a possible showdown between Crawford and Canelo, mainly because of the notable disparity in weight. Crawford would have to go up 2 weight classes to take on Alvarez, the current super middleweight champion at 168 pounds, as he has lately contested at super welterweight, 154 pounds. "I don't like that fight," Tyson said. "It simply carries too much weight."
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight. You know, and he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that was just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky, yeah.
Tyson also emphasized how difficult Crawford's most recent fight against Israel Madrimov was, citing Madrimov's bulk and ungainly fighting style as the reason. He emphasized the weight difference more than anything else in the match. He added that he dislikes that altercation. It's too heavy for Crawford due to his size and awkwardness. Canelo got into a heated argument with Israel Madrimov. He ought not to have engaged in combat with that man. He ought to have engaged with the man who was directly pursuing him. Regarding a possible fight between Crawford and Canelo, Ryan Garcia has also voiced strong sentiments, expressing his belief that Crawford would be overwhelmed by Alvarez's stature and strength.
It's going to be a great fight, too. I can't believe they made that happen. Turkey's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo is so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. Weight classes matter.
Another prominent figure in the industry, Danny Garcia, has also shared his opinion regarding the upcoming clash between Canelo and Crawford. He can be seen warning Terence due to his opponent's strength and heavy weight.
Versus Canelo, there are a lot of rumors that fight might happen. You know, at the end of the day, they're two great pound-for-pound fighters, and if they feel like, you know, it makes sense and they want to fight each other, stylistically, it's a great fight. But, you know, Canelo, he's a big dude. And I think it'd be hard for anyone to beat him at 168. But, you know, it's definitely a big money fight, and that's why we're all in boxing, you know, to make the biggest fights and try to be great.
You know, since you've been gone, there have been a lot of exhibition fights. What do you make of stuff like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson?
It's entertainment, definitely entertainment. It's a big difference between boxing and entertainment. I wouldn't call it a boxing fight. You know, it's definitely for entertainment and, you know, give the fans something to watch and entertain the fans around the world who love Tyson, who love Jake Paul.
How do you think that plays out?
I'm not too sure. You know, I just hope, you know, everyone has fun and makes a lot of money.
The unbeaten boxing icon Floyd Mayweather recently offered his thoughts on the highly anticipated fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Mayweather has shown a great deal of respect for Crawford's abilities and accomplishments, having delivered Canelo his first professional defeat in 2013. In a recent interview, he declared Terence Crawford the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world. He said, "I think it's going to be bigger even than the Mayweather fight against me. It's going to be bigger than that. Yes, I think so. We'll sell more pay-per-views." He further added, "Just look how much is accomplished and just look how much I accomplished. So imagine two fighters with those accomplishments. It's huge."
And I know there's a possibly rumored fight between you and Terence Crawford that's obviously not official yet, but I know you were saying publicly that you felt like it was a lose-lose situation, right? If you beat him, he's too small. If he beats you, you got beat by a small man. What changed that to possibly have you entertain that fight?
You know, I can see people want to see that fight too. So I think it's starting making sense, and it's a possibility there. Yeah. So we'll see after May.
Mayweather has praised Crawford's abilities and has also analyzed the challenges both fighters might face in this matchup. He emphasized the importance of strategy, conditioning, and adaptability, noting that both fighters possess unique strengths that could influence the fight's outcome. Moving on, Jake Paul criticized Alvarez on social media after their potential May fight fell through due to Alvarez signing a 4-fight deal with Riyadh Season. Paul accused Alvarez of prioritizing financial gain over challenging fights, referring to him as a money-hungry squirrel. The leader of Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, has offered his thoughts on the highly anticipated fight. He refers to the bout as a freak fight, highlighting that money is the main motivator rather than skill. According to Hearn, Crawford's jump to 168 pounds is noteworthy, particularly in light of the fact that his prior bouts were at considerably lesser weight classes. Although he respects Crawford's extraordinary abilities, he thinks the bout may be decided by the weight difference. Hearn also discusses the issue of rehydration clauses in this context, claiming that Canelo Alvarez would not consent to them. This suggests that both combatants are getting ready to compete after the weigh-in without any further weight limitations. Hearn also calls the fight a one-off event rather than a calculated career move, implying that Crawford's desire for it is mostly driven by financial concerns.
Or Bud moving up that high in weight, but if anyone can do it, it might be him. You know, his movement and his IQ is second to none. But it's different when you're facing Canelo Alvarez up there, you know, not just at 168, but on the night, probably 180, 185. You know, it's going to be a big task.
Teddy Atlas, a renowned boxing analyst and trainer, has offered a thorough analysis of the possible bout between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Given that Crawford must increase his weight from 147 to 168 pounds in order to compete against Alvarez, Atlas recognizes the stark size difference but highlights Crawford's remarkable abilities, perseverance, and flexibility. Despite this, he implies that these qualities might make up for the disparity in weight. He raised the question, can Canelo handle the small guy?
A freak fight, isn't it? You know, it's not, his career is not heading to 168 pounds. It's a one-off freak fight for a lot of money.
Additionally, Atlas points out that Alvarez's recent performances have exhibited symptoms of decline, which could work in Crawford's favor. He also advised Crawford to use his skills well and not allow Canelo to use his power against him in the ring on match day. According to Atlas, if Crawford does so, It is going to be a big advantage for him, and he might emerge as victorious on that day.
Yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs?
Sean Porter, a former world champion who fought Terence Crawford in 2021, has provided insightful commentary on the possible matchup. Porter also notes Canelo's tendency to slow down in the later rounds, suggesting that Canelo might aim to start fast to break Crawford down early. He believes that Crawford's ability to punch in combinations could be a key factor, giving him a viable chance to win despite the size disadvantage. But overall, he rated this fight as 50-50ths and said anyone can come up as a winner that day.
Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it. But sometimes, his legs aren't as quick. He don't close the gaps as fast. Is he going to be taking advantage of in that area? Is the smaller Crawford going to take advantage? Get off, get to the side, give him angles, do that to him. Not allow him to use his power, not allow him to detonate the bomb, not allow him to get off the way he wants to get off. Is that going to be really what we're going to see? I remember when Oscar De La Hoya, tremendous fight.
A more nuanced viewpoint is offered by Dmitry Bivol, who defeated Alvarez in 2022 after Alvarez advanced to light heavyweight. In one of his recent interviews, when asked about the prediction of the upcoming mega fight between Canelo and Crawford, he remained neutral and regarded that fight as an interesting bout.
And Terence is already taller than him, has the reach, I'm telling y'all, that's a 50-50 fight. Okay. That's a 50-50 fight. It's actually perfect timing for both guys.
Crawford may find the weight rise difficult according to Bivol, who advises him to adjust to fighting at a heavier weight. Bivol believes Crawford would probably maintain his distance and change positions while Alvarez would exert pressure. He mentioned Crawford as his favorite boxer, and when it came to power, he declared Canelo as more powerful than Crawford.
It's an interesting fight. I don't know who will win, but very interesting.
At first, a lot of fans were excited about the possibility of Alvarez and Crawford fighting each other, seeing it as a potentially historic encounter between two of the best boxers in the sport. Discussions over the fight's potential to change the boxing landscape were all over social media, with some fans hoping that it would surpass the thrill of Alvarez's other high-profile bouts. The viability and competitiveness of an Alvarez-Crawford battle were also discussed by fans, with special attention paid to the fighters' notable weight disparity. Some supporters agreed with Alvarez's viewpoint, recognizing that a bout with someone as inherently undersized as Crawford might be viewed as a lose-lose scenario for him. Some thought Crawford's skill set could make up for the size difference, making the race interesting. The fan base's varied opinions on matchups throughout weight classes are highlighted in this discussion. However, recent developments indicate a shift in perspective. Alvarez has now agreed to face Crawford in September 2025 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, contingent upon his performance against William Skull in May. This adjustment is due to recognizing public interest in the matchup over time. Canelo Alvarez's position on a possible bout with Terence Crawford has changed. "I have nothing to gain and everything to lose," Alvarez said at first, dismissing the idea. "Everyone will claim that I defeated a smaller man if I defeat him."
Would you give the blueprint to Terence to beat Canelo Alvarez?
Just need to do his job, what he's doing well. He's changing his stance, he's moving a lot, he's keeping distance. Like this he could win, of course, not with changing punches with him.
Who do you think has more power out of the two?
Canelo, of course, he got used to this weight class more than Crawford. He needs to get used to this power, even he's big.
So how does Canelo beat Crawford? Do you think that's a stoppage?
He could beat him, he could stop him. It could happen anyhow, from both of the sides. And Canelo, of course, will try to find some hard punch.
Terence Crawford has responded assertively to Canelo Alvarez's recent comments downplaying the challenge Crawford might pose. In an interview, Alvarez referred to a potential fight with Crawford at 168 pounds. In reaction, Crawford issued a stern warning, stating that he has a history of making formidable opponents look ordinary. He emphasized that he is not pursuing the fight for monetary reasons but to cement his legacy in boxing. Crawford remarked, "A lot of people say he's money hungry, is looking at money and is trying to cash out. I've been getting money for years. I don't buy Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
Everybody's talking about if I'm gonna face Crawford, fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo. So no make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford.
Alvarez thought this bout would be more significant than his past mega fights. Opinions among analysts, fans, and other fighters differed. Some noted important problems like the weight disparity and competitive balance, while others agreed that the bout between two pound-for-pound titans had the potential to be historic. While Sean Porter and other observers thought Crawford's skill set could make it a fair fight, notable individuals like Mike Tyson and Eddie Hearn doubted Crawford's capacity to handle Alvarez's stature. Following the fight's rumored cancellation, fans initially responded with excitement before expressing regret. Boxing fans were further irritated by rumors of alternate opponents such as a rumored Jake Paul bout, believing it would harm the sport's reputation. In the end, Alvarez's assertion might have been overly bold because his bout with Mayweather is still among the most important and highest-grossing bouts in boxing history. Although an Alvarez-Crawford fight might have been an exciting matchup, it was difficult to market as a larger event than Mayweather versus Alvarez due to the weight class difference and promotional problems.
I'm easy work. I heard him say, I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you know, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want $200 million for Benavidez, and he want $150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy.